There's two important things that I want everyone here to remember about Sherry and Magnus. Number one, they've actually been married for nearly 3 years already. So what are we doing here?
I still remember back at Pratt where we met about a decade ago while studying photography side by side and bonding over our distaste of certain people. Sherry always had the soft spot for a Norwegian accent.
So Sherry, it's really been a joy seeing you mature into the wonderful person that you are today. And I am constantly in awe of the amount of effort that you've put into building the life that you have ahead of you. And I'm just so proud of you, and I love you so much.
See how these two text each other? Their Facebook Messenger is almost entirely cute bears sending hearts, and yet whenever I've used Sherry's phone to send one to Magnus for her, oh, I see some embarrassment. He instantly can tell that there's a bear imposter among us.
Magnus has a big family, and he is a true family lover. When he grew up, he especially loved to be together with his grandparents.
All right, so those two things were married nearly 3 years, met playing a video game. So my first question is, does anyone find it ironic that we're being asked not to take out our phones and not look at our screens by a couple that met looking at a screen?
The first time I spoke with you, you were quite possibly the most annoying person I had ever met.
Thank you.
Nothing has changed since then. We're done. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Beautiful. Funny. Intelligent. Smart. Kind. Okay, that's enough about me. Yep.
So many different variables had to fall into place in this universe for us to meet, and I'm so grateful that they did. You and I met over 7 years ago through a mutual friend while playing an online video game. When you asked everyone if we were ready to go off on our adventure to defeat enemies together, for some reason I refused to say ready and instead said taco.
When you enter into marriage, you become one, but you also remain two independent individuals. There is no contradiction between love and unity on one hand, and freedom and autonomy on the other.
In the years we've had together, we've been through our share of ups and downs, and together we've shared joy in our successes, both professional and personal. We've camped in freezing temperatures with summer sleeping bags, swum in glacier water in icy cold mountain waterfalls, hiked together for 7 hours on a mountain in Svalbard where our guide never believed we would make it to the top.
I simply say that even if I tried, I couldn't find a better woman or a wife for me. So I love you. And
He's according to Magnus. Bakkefar is an extremely demanding guy. It's never enough for him to just chill in the couch with a beer and some video games. And that's why I'm standing here today doing yet another speech dedicated to him. I will try to keep it short.
Sherry and Magnus, you guys obviously have a very strong connection that's developed over years, but it seems like it was against all odds to start, in that you were a world apart when you met. And so for those of you who don't know, Sherry was in New York City and Magnus in Norway when they met, which is half a world apart, essentially.
7 years ago, as you have heard numerous times already today, it was playing video games online that first got Sherry and Magnus together. I thought it was nice that she was making friends in other countries, learning new cultures, getting a little language. I thought she might even get a pen pal. Magnus's first visit to New York, Debbie and I realized there was something very special going on there. On that first visit, Sherry and Magnus were walking down the street in Brooklyn in front of us. He a foot taller, or more than a foot taller than her. And she's just holding his hand and skipping along as happy as can be. Sherry, we are so proud of you. We love you. We love the person that you have become. Her love for Magnus gave Sherry the courage to pack up all her belongings and move across the ocean.
I vow to be open and honest with you, to communicate and work through any issues that might arise together, and to love you and support you through the bad times and celebrate with you the good.
And the same words in my language carries a much bigger weight and it's harder to say. I think not many people here have heard me say it, but jag älskar det.
Magnus, it is a privilege to know you and to love you. So if you ask me today if I am ready and looking forward to continuing to spend the rest of my life with you, I have just one word to reply. Taco.
But it typically is the groom who breaks the glass. In this ceremony, in the spirit of equal rights, it being 2022 and all, Sherry and Magnus would both like to break the glass. So I will get ready.
Magnus and I are so grateful that all of you are here with us today. Many of you have traveled from all over the US and all over the world to be here and celebrate our marriage. And it means so much to you that every single one of you are here.
And Sherry, it's a pleasure and a privilege to have you in our family. We are very grateful that you two met, and we are very happy for you, and we love you, Sherry.
I don't think any amount of time would be enough to put into words how happy I am that my best friend found the love of her life. Not even an entire ocean of distance could keep them apart. I may be a little sad that life has pulled us both away from New York, but for all possible reasons for Sherry to have become an expat, I couldn't be happier that it's Magnus. So let's raise a glass. Skål and l'chaim.
And Magnus, I am so happy that my sister has found someone so smart, so charming, and so incredibly weird. You and your family have been honestly just so kind and welcoming. But now you are a Hochbaum, and we are never going to give you pocket.
En skål for bakkefar and Sherry. Skål!